usually AIM-9 Sidewinders, AIM-120 AMRAAMs, or AGM-88 HARMs, high-speed anti-radiation missiles purpose-built to engage enemy radar arrays. Now, electronic warfare is one of the most
So some real fucking cool Top Gun type shit. What's going on, you bunch of heathens? This channel was recommended in a comment by Ikevetch. Love seeing you down there, bro. Fucking love you. I always love reading your comments. They're fucking always great. But he recommended these guys, Sandboxx, and also because, as I've said it before, F-18 is my favorite plane. They have a short video on it. So I decided, yeah, I gotta check this out. So let's jump straight into the Navy's nastiest fighter nobody ever talks about. Unless you're me, because I'm always constantly talking about this bitch because I fucking love this thing. War Thunder, add it to the game so I can play it. That is all. Gonna be my first ever reaction to this channel.
Let's talk about one of the coolest tactical aircraft it seems like nobody ever talks about. The EA-18G Growler. Now, this aircraft entered service with the U.S. Navy back in 2009 and looks a whole lot like an FA-18E or F Super Hornet, and for very good reason, and actually has about 90% commonality between...
I'm gonna say, I know of the Growler. I was gonna say, isn't the Growler basic? It's a different, like, it's a different spec'd out F-18 from what my knowledge was of it. And you said 90% of it's an F-18? Yeah. So I would say I'm more or less correct in that.
Between these two aircraft. But while the Super Hornet specializes in air-to-air and air-to-ground combat, the Growler is an electronic warfare champ. Now, the biggest differences between the Growler and the Super Hornet can be found first where that M61 Vulcan 20mm rotary cannon is found in the Super Hornet. That's been removed in the Growler in favor of cramming in more electronic warfare equipment. And then out on the wingtips where a Super Hornet might carry...
So basically more space-age shit.
AIM-9 Sidewinders. The Growler instead carries a pair of AN/ALQ-218 wideband receivers to supplement its electronic warfare duties. But the real magic is underneath the aircraft, where it has 9 hardpoints that can allow this aircraft to carry as many as 5 specialized jamming pods and 4 additional missiles, usually AIM-9 Sidewinders, AIM-120 AMRAAMs, or AGM-88 HARMs, high-speed anti-radiation missiles purpose-built to engage enemy radar arrays. Now, electronic warfare is one of the most
So some real fucking cool Top Gun type shit.
Secretive aspects of modern military technology, in large part
I can see
because
why,
it is a constant back and forth with...
Constant back and forth, and it's, from, at least from the public perspective anyway, it's only really starting to ramp up very recently. At least from my public perception of it, from all I've heard about stuff, it's only very recently getting more into the public eye more and more.
Adversary forces developing systems that are harder to jam and spoof, and then the U.S. defense apparatus developing better jamming and spoofing hardware to counteract those advancements. But what we do know about the new next-generation jammer the Growler just started flying with this year is pretty crazy. I'm gonna be honest. And it's really just the beginning.
Declassified
you see,
shit,
since it entered service,
unclassified.
the Growler has flown with 2 different types of electronic warfare pods on board, both of which are variants of the same ALQ-99 system. One is tuned specifically to jam low-frequency early warning radar arrays, the kind that can sometimes detect a resonance produced by even stealth fighters, and the other is tuned specifically to jam high-frequency radar arrays, the kinds used to guide a weapon into a target. But the new AN/ALQ-249V1 next-generation jamming pod is a medium-range pod, with low-frequency and high-frequency range pods still in development, making their way towards service now. And unlike those older systems, this new jamming pod leverages the same type of active electronically scanned array broadcasting emitter found in the most advanced radar systems like the F-35's AN/APG-81, and that allows it to do some wild things, including launching remote cyber attacks on enemy integrated air defense.
Holy shit. So some real fucking supercomputer type bullshit, huh? Some shit I am way too dumb to understand. But it's just all cool guy shit, huh? I'm saying huh a lot, aren't I? Sorry, it's just really fucking cool.
Systems, spoofing the radar signature of the Growler or any other aircraft in the area to confuse air defenses into thinking the jets are somewhere they're not, or that there's a bunch of jets that don't even actually exist. When you're not trying to interfere with enemy operations, you can use this system to soak up a wide range of signals intelligence, gathering all kinds of data about enemy operations. And then, when you want to take out those integrated air defenses, it can even broadcast a burst of microwave energy that can destroy a broadcasting radar emitter. To put it simply, this next generation...
We have a super weapon. We have a fucking laser beam.
Jamming pod and the EA-18G Growler that carries it can wreak havoc on enemy integrated air defense systems, and it has enough broadcast power on board to extend those jamming and spoofing capabilities way out ahead of advancing fighters that are flying well ahead of the Growler itself, allowing it to support even stealth fighters advancing further into enemy territory than the Growler might safely want to fly. Now, one of the F-35's claims to fame is that its AN/APG-81 radar is so powerful it can even be used for electronic warfare duties in much the same way the Growler's next-generation jamming pod does. But the F-35 needs to be pretty specific in the systems it chooses to jam, with a fairly narrow jamming focus. The Growler, on the other hand, can envelop...
So you have Scalpel versus fucking Sledgehammer.
An entire battle space in heavy jamming.
Or you have the specialist versus the jack of all trades, I guess, is...
spoofing and more, and not just when it's heading into the fight, but when it's heading out as well, thanks to the pod's ability to broadcast in any direction. In a lot of ways, the EA-18G Growler has very similar air-to-air and air-to-ground chops as the FA-18 Super Hornet, with the added bonus of bringing about the digital apocalypse on adversary forces anywhere that it flies.
That's really cool. Bringing the fucking digital apocalypse. That's
U.S. Navy operates 172 of these specialized electronic warfare aircraft, and that next-generation medium-range jammer will soon be supplemented by next-generation low- and high-frequency range jammers as well, allowing it to cover the full breadth of radar frequencies and a whole lot more. But maybe most importantly, these next-gen jamming pods are modular, meaning that as adversary forces improve upon their air defense capabilities,
we can improve our jammers
can improve right alongside them.
That's really fucking cool to have. Really short and fucking sweet, but God, that's that cool. I'm gonna have to check out more of his shit. I feel really stupid whenever I listen to it because I am way too dumb for this kind of shit, but I will still watch it because it is interesting. Thank you for the fucking recommendation. Make sure you check these guys out here and wherever else on socials if you want to follow them. You can check me out on... really, Twitter's the only thing that I really use. I mean, even then, not really. Be warned, I do retweet some heinous shit, so there's that. But, yeah. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more of me. And until next time, take care of you guys yourselves. See ya.